You're listening to the Smoke Meat Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. Smoke Meat is brought to you today by Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar building. So it's a great place to go. Jeremy and the gang make you feel like family every time you go. So make sure you go and have a great time. Remember, I goes to Joe's and so should you. That's Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar building. Also sponsoring our show is the 4 Points Trading Company. They make some of the greatest soy candles that I have ever seen, because I'm not a candle guy, but the first time I saw these candles and smelled them, I was hooked. Right now, I'm actually down here in the studio, and it smells like a sporting goods store because I'm burning leather, which smells just like a new baseball glove. It's great. So check them out. That's 4 Points Trading Company at 4pointstradingco.com. You can put in the promo code Smoked Meat and you'll get 10% off. That way they know I sent you. And we've also got another sponsor now for the Smoked Meat Podcast. It's WW Restaurant Equipment in Thompson, Georgia. Call Blake. Great guy. I've known Blake for 40 years. One of my best friends. Man, he's got so much great stuff there. If you're a hunter, he's got everything you need to process your game. You don't need to pay nobody to do that. Get your own stuff. Have fun. Do what you want to with it. He's got cubers. He's got grinders. You name it, he's got it. And he can get it to you a pretty good price, too. Thanksgiving's coming up. He has got so many different turkey fryers and pots and baskets, and you name it. Man, if you can't cook a turkey from this joint, you don't need to be cooking a turkey. You can get ice machines. You can get everything from small wares all the way up to a whole restaurant. I mean, Blake covers it all. And he's just a downright good guy. That's going to be WW Restaurant Equipment at the corner of Gordon Highway and Moose Club Road at 1894 Moose Club Road in Thompson, Georgia. Give him a call at 706-595-9511. That's WW Restaurant Equipment in Thompson, Georgia. Today on Smoked Meat, my guest is Åsa Thorne. Åsa has been in so many great movies. She's done a lot of horror. She's right now starring in The Beast Beneath Lake Bullaren. Man, you're going to love it. We had such a great time talking. I enjoyed talking to her so much. So we're going to go ahead and get this beast kicked off here on Smoked Meat. Hey, so how are you today, Åsa?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm just wonderful.
Great.
Been so busy, been having a good time though. Been interviewing a lot of people this weekend and just having a good time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I talked to one of your directors and producers a while ago, Jonas and Helen.
Yeah.
And we had a great time talking about the Beast of Bullaren Lake, or underneath the Bullaren Lake.
Yeah, underneath. That's important. Yes. Should be underneath.
Yes, underneath.
Yeah.
They were telling me a few stories, and they told me one in particular to ask you about.
Okay. Interesting.
Ask you about when the canoe got a whole lot easier to start rowing.
Yeah. Tell me about it. We were rowing a lot, and Jonas was shouting, "Oh, keep on rowing! It's fantastic!" And we stopped and said, "What?" And he said, "No, keep on rowing." And we said, "That's what we're doing." And we kept on rowing, and we had the beast beneath us, which they told you, and and all of a sudden, it got really, really easy to row, and so this beast sank. So I think it's about 10 meters. What is that? It's like 30 feet down. And they could never find it again. So now there is for sure a beast beneath Lake Bullaren.
I love it.
Yeah,
awesome.
But they got some really good shots before that, and the guy Gustav who's making this beast, he's doing another one, as we're speaking.
Yeah, that was such a great story. I loved it when they were telling me that. They were just laughing so hard.
Yeah. No, we had a blast when I was shot. It was really, really fun to. Although it was quite sad, it was quite fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting your ball over the fence into the yard with the big dog. The
Yeah.
game is over till you get another ball.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But I gave them some neat ideas on stuff to do while, they're waiting to get another beast made and waiting for spring to come back where the leaves are green again.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's going to work out. It's going to be a lot of fun for them and you too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, when I spoke to them, they were getting things ready for Halloween. Are you ready for Halloween?
Well, as much as no, I'm not gonna lie, because we do celebrate Halloween here sometimes in Sweden, but we have something called Easter. Easter in Sweden, that's when you do the things you do on Halloween.
Okay.
Really, because during the Easter time, you dress up your kids and they go out and they get treats. And Halloween is the same thing for us. So took a few years before I let my children go out and actually ask for candy during November as well.
Yeah.
So they're doing it now. They're bigger, but they did it twice a year at one time. And I thought, why we can't ask all the people for candies, twice a year. But now everyone does it, so it's okay. So, but in Sweden we do light candles in the cemetery during that weekend. Usually that weekend, and it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Very cool.
Yeah, we celebrate the dead people. That's what we do.
Okay. Yeah, Halloween is one of my favorite times of year. I love it just because of the weather and it's always been my thing. I love Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, tell me about it. What do you do?
well, this year I'm going to actually be working, so it's going to be interesting because it's the first of the month, which will be payday for everybody that has a government check or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be on a Saturday. It's going
Okay.
to be a great big blue full moon.
That's great.
It's just going to be a long night. I just have that feeling.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're going to stay busy, and right now, as far as I know, we're going to be shorthanded, so that's going to make it much more fun.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. But my kids, I've got one that just turned 22 days ago, and I've got a daughter that's 18, and they have been decorating upstairs in the house for Halloween last week.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's
they're looking
nice.
forward to the trick or treaters coming around and getting candy and just having a good time with it.
So they dress up and go out as well?
Oh no, they don't go out. They're just going to dress up and give out the candy.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So for how long time do you do the house? For how many weeks do you have the house decorated?
Well, like I said, we just started, so it's going to be decorated pretty much all month, and
Okay.
probably a couple of days after Halloween, we'll take everything down, and my wife will start putting out fall things. And her big thing is Christmas, so the day after Thanksgiving, the whole house is just going to look like it exploded out of a package because that is her big thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a long time then, Halloween. That's a big thing, really big thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We've got the haunted houses here that people do and all that good stuff. I don't get to go to them a lot of times, but we've got those opened up now, and
yeah.
I'm just not ready to get that close to that many people during this pandemic. I'm good.
Okay, I start if I decorate my house until for this Halloween, I'll do it approximately 1 week before, then I'll take everything down 3 or 4 days after.
Okay, so not very long, but long enough.
No, exactly. And Christmas is around 2 weeks before Christmas. I start doing that. So there's a good time in between.
Okay. Yeah, I know my wife. If she could decorate for Christmas year round, she would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she actually has 3 Christmas trees that she puts up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different colors or same color?
One of them's white and 2 of them are green.
Oh.
Yeah, she puts one in each of our front windows and then one in our living room. So
Okay.
yeah, she's a good girl. She likes it, and I figure there's a lot worse things we could be doing. So Christmas is
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Keep it in a good what do you say? Um well, a good spirit.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I tell you, I was looking over your IMDb, and
Yeah.
some of the things look really familiar to me. I can't place them, but I know your face. I've seen you before.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. But you've done a lot of stuff. What was your favorite thing you've done?
Oh, my favorite oh God, my favorite thing. Well, except this one, because this was really fun to do. The Beast. I've done some German series. What you call that? The Commissar. And it's in English. It's the Commissar and in the Sea, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite fun. Went to Gotland. It's a big island outside. It's a Swedish island, but it's a big island. It was quite fun because the actors couldn't come from the German actors couldn't come because all of a sudden there was a cloud of oh God, how do you say that? A cloud of sand, not sand, but you know when it's a lot of smoke.
Dust or fall.
Dust, something like that. A dust cloud all of a sudden came. So this actor, he couldn't come over, and he tried twice from Stockholm to go over to Gotland. So we had to arrange everything to make the whole scene in another way. It was quite interesting, but it was quite fun to do that. Otherwise, I have done some really good short films, which I really think are special to me because they are the people who've done them are really engaged, and the script has been wonderful. And a few of the films are out now. They're going to festivals in Sweden, and one of them is called Rovdjur in Swedish, and that's also actually The Beast in English. And it's going to Uppsala. It's a town in Sweden, and films in Uppsala, who are they can be chosen to go to the Oscar festival. It's the only festival in Sweden who has arrangements with the Oscars, so it's quite fun. That film is coming.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. So it's now in the 22nd to the 26th of October, I think. The festival is online, so it's called The Beast. No, I've done a few theaters as well, stage performances that I really liked. And Miss July is one of them. And yeah, the Nobel Prize. They have every year they have a dinner banquet, and I've performed there twice with the Romeo and Juliet choir from the Royal Dramatic Theatre. I started off there. That was quite fun.
Yeah, I saw where you had performed there twice. That's amazing to even be there, let alone get to perform and then do it twice.
Yeah, that's fun. Awesome. That's fun. The choir has actually done it 4 times, but I was only with them twice. But that's good enough, I think.
Yeah, hey, it's 2 more times than I've done it.
Yeah. No, I'm grateful for that. So no, it's been a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Mm.
Yeah. I know when you said, aside from the thing you're doing now, what was your favorite? It's funny because you're like me. Well, even though I've done, I'm close to 200 shows right now.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah.
The one I'm doing right now is always my favorite one because I'm
Yeah.
talking to somebody new. I'm just learning so much cool stuff. And it's always my favorite because I'm meeting somebody new.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think that's really the meeting with other people are, that's the most important, I think. And that's actually, when you ask me the question, it's quite hard um to decide what's the best, because it's always the people you work with that makes it's a good experience.
Yeah, exactly. And, I've had some interviews that I got set up with that I was thinking, okay, I have nothing in common with this person. I don't know anything about them. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And they turned out to be some of the best interviews I've done
Yeah.
because I just went in and we talked. And that's what I do. I mean, I love doing that. I love talking to people. I love getting to know them
Mm.
and let them get to know me because that makes it personal. That doesn't make it where it's a canned show where you've been asked the same question 50 times and I'm going to do it 51,
Yeah, yeah,
because that
you're
gets
right.
old.
Mm.
But yeah, definitely.
So tell me something about you. I would love to hear something from you.
Okay. Well, like I say, I'm a full-time paramedic.
Yeah,
I've been married for 21 years and I have two daughters
yeah.
and I've got two dogs and a guinea pig.
Oh, a guinea pig. Yes,
Yeah.
we had that for a couple of years ago.
Yeah, she's almost 4 years old. And that
Oh,
surprises me so much because when we got her for my youngest daughter, we were thinking this poor thing is not going to last. And she has done such a good job with this thing. I'm
oh.
babysitting it this weekend because they're out of town.
Mm.
But yeah, I love doing this. I do this as kind of therapy to kind of wash the day away from being a paramedic, see all the bad stuff that I do, and I get to do this and it takes it away.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's quite hard work, that paramedic. I mean, that's you get to see a lot of things that you maybe
Mm,
don't always like to see.
yeah, definitely. I've been doing it for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a
It's,
stand up comedian. I've been doing that
yeah,
for 30 years also. I miss being on stage because of this virus. I can't get on stage, and I really hate that because I miss it.
yeah, yes. That's the thing with this bloody, bloody pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so tired of this thing.
Yeah, but you're allowed to get out. You're allowed to get out in to
You know,
pubs or restaurants.
we can. There's a lot of social distancing,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can get out and do what we need to now. It's Georgia where I'm at has pretty much stopped locking down a lot of things.
Mm.
So, hopefully this is going to go away. If people will just do like we were taught in kindergarten, wash your hands, don't touch other people, don't sneeze on other people, give them their space. Everything
Mm.
will work.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to realize that. Everybody wants to be stupid with it. So,
Yeah, 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 I know, I know.
yeah.
We were supposed to get, we thought we were going to get 500 people in the audience yesterday,
Mhm.
but they changed it, so it's still 50 persons in the audience. So we can't have big, theaters or concerts or anything.
Yeah, we're
We,
still
we
not
have,
doing great big things like that,
yeah.
but we're having to kind of revamp how they're doing concerts. A lot of people here are doing drive-in concerts now.
Wow,
Little
yeah, that's
drive-in theaters where you stay in your car and you get to see the
yeah,
show. I'm not sure
yeah,
how I feel about that yet, but it's still pretty neat. They're trying.
something new. I was supposed to start. I have been rehearsing, but it's been postponed from May to October. This musical theater, this play where we're going out on a tour in Sweden, and we just started rehearsing, and we're going to have the premiere on the 22nd. But we're just having a few performances, in October and November, and then we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting there, but it's not as much as I thought we were going to do.
Yeah. Well, it's going to get there. We're going to get back to normal, and people are going to be able to perform again, because it's not only hard on the performers, but you think about all the people that work at these venues, the lighting people, the servers, all
Yes.
these people are out of a job right now, and it's so hard on them, and I feel so bad about it.
Yeah, and people had to go from their homes, and people, no, it's a really bad situation.
Yeah. I'm just ready for it to be over. That's for sure. That way I can travel too, because I've decided once this is over and I'm able to travel, I'm going to California and meet some of the people I've talked to. I'm going to New York and meet some of the people I've talked to. And now I would love to come to Sweden and meet some people.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I think that would be so much fun. I've never been out of the country.
You haven't? No?
I'm almost 50 years old and don't even have a passport.
Wow. But you have a big country.
Yeah.
I know that's the thing about America. It's such a big country. So if, nearly that Europe can nearly fit in the States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't need your passport unless you have to go over that. So
yeah. Well, I told Jonas and Helen, I need to come out there and bring y'all some Southern cooking.
Yeah, what's that? Southern cooking.
Yeah, from the South here in Georgia.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's nice cook. Oh, you mean Cajun and sauce?
Well, I don't really do Cajun. I smoke a lot of meat. I like to make jerky. I actually made a big thing of jerky. I smoked a brisket. I make my own sausage, different kinds, and all that. And I just love to cook. I would love to come cook for y'all.
Oh, sounds great. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Outstanding. Yep, I tell you, I'm ready for this to be done so I can meet all y'all, because this is so neat. I don't feel like I do interviews. I feel like I make friends when I do these.
Yeah.
And I haven't met people, and it drives me insane, because I'm a hugger. I don't care who you are. If I love you, I'm going to hug you.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I understand that. I also like to hug. I think that's I think it's a big part of your life to actually be close to people and to be able to hug. I think that's really important. I was taking photos yesterday, and on this event that other people were as well taking new CV photos, and I met someone I knew, and I totally forgot. So I gave him a hug, and he said, "Oh, is this allowed?" And I said, "Oh, Jesus, sorry, I forgot." Because it's so natural to hug someone.
Yeah, I mean, and I was raised, if you meet somebody, shake their hand, and no, I can't, and I feel like I'm disrespecting everyone because I don't shake hands with them, but you can't, and it's just
it's an odd feeling, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
it is. I don't like it.
No, a lot of people are going into depressions because of this. I mean, that's killing more people than the corona.
Yeah, we have people who are drinking more, who are doing drugs, who are just actually depression, a lot of things because of this.
Yes, it's awful.
Yeah, it's got to go.
Yep. Hopefully, year 2021 will be better.
Oh, it's got to be.
It has to be. Yeah.
Got to be.
Yes.
I told some friends about a month ago that I have actually either helped make 2020 even worse, or getting 2021 primed to be bad.
Yeah.
Because I looked on the Apple charts, and I was actually at number 9 in Mexico. And I said, there are people out there right now learning English from this voice. So
wow,
God help us all.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
Something good out of all the bad things. That's good.
Yeah. I actually charted in Denmark about 2 months ago. That surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the Apple charts in Denmark, and I was like, I did not realize this thing reached that far, but it does. And
Oh, wow.
that was
That's
really neat.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That was
So how often do you interview people? Every day or?
every chance I get.
Yeah.
I have done, let me see, 7 in the last 2 days, and I've still got 3 more to do today.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like I say, right now my wife and kids are out of town. I'm the only one here at the house, and I've got time to do it, so I might as well do it while I can.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, and I may go 3 weeks without being able to interview anybody, so I make sure I always have shows ready to go, and that way the people can still hear me with new shows. And this one's going to be part of my Halloween Spooktacular. I'm going to do it
You what? Sorry.
my Halloween Spooktacular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out about a week before Halloween. I've interviewed some other horror people and all that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Give people something to kind of get them in the mood for the Halloween thing.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So you need to hear some horror story from me then.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I can tell you about Juliet. I've talked to another guy about this, and this is quite interesting actually, because there's a place in Sweden called Julita Gård, and it's a manor, an old manor where some great people, what do you call them? Aristocrats lived in this place, and one lady, I think the story goes that she killed herself from one of the windows. And me and my then boyfriend, we went there to stay over on this place, and we were all alone in this house. And because they rent it sometimes, where you can come and live there, stay there for a couple of days. So we stayed there during Easter. And not Halloween, but Easter. So it was still icy outside, and the water was icy, and we lit the fire inside when we came, and it went all fine. And we went out next day, I think, on the porch. No, the thing you have that goes out in the water. What do you call that?
Oh, the dock.
Yes, that's where we were. And we lay down, and the sun was quite heavy, so it was nice weather, blue sky, and quite cold, but blue sky, and some ice on the water. And all of a sudden we hear these children, 5, 6, 7 children just laughing somewhere. And we stood up, and I said, "Oh, where did that come from?" And he said, "Well, it must come from over there." And I said, "No, it sounded like the other direction, over there." And we looked everywhere, and we couldn't see any child anywhere. And we went inside, and we had our dinner, and we slept. And during the night, we could hear, I certainly heard footsteps all the way up the stairs beside our room, and passing our room and up the stairs above our bedroom, and the footsteps stopped just above us. And the day after we went up, I said to him that you need to come with me. I had to see if there's someone else staying here, because we were supposed to be alone. So we went up all the stairs through 3 bedrooms, and no one was there. No one had stayed there during the night.
Oh man!
We clearly heard the steps. And when we came home from there, I told my sister's boyfriend she had at that time, and he told us about this, because he had lived not far from Julita, and he told me that when I told him about the children, he said, "Oh yes, those are the children of Julita. Those are quite famous because you can hear them from now and then." And I heard him, but I didn't really, it didn't get to me. And a few weeks later, I went to bed, and all of a sudden, I wake up, and I just, I get the feeling that, oh shoot, we heard the children of Julita, and I didn't get it before that. I didn't get it, so I just started to, shake. I just felt really, oh God, I heard them. I've heard these children.
Oh,
so it was
would be
quite
so
spooky, but not at that time when we were there. Just after.
That would be so much fun.
Yes.
I love going to places that are haunted. I used to do the ghost hunting thing.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. I never saw anything, but we got some really good things on audio.
Yeah.
And I actually got a little girl's voice in German. We took my daughters out to one of the cemeteries. They wanted to go ghost hunting, so
yeah,
we said, "Okay, we'll go out here." And it was still daytime. It was starting to get dusky a little bit. And my youngest daughter stopped at this grave, and it was a little girl's grave. She said, "How old are you?" And the voice in German said, "Acht." And the kid was 8 years old when she died. And it was speaking to her in German. It was so neat. I'm like, everybody thinks ghosts all speak English, but they don't.
No. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yes.
It's the only line I can, but oh wow.
I can curse in several languages. That's about it.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Yep. When I meet somebody, that's the first things I find out. How do I say this in this language?
Yeah. It's either love words or cursing. That's the first thing you learn.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, also, go
Sorry?
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, when you are when something spooky happens to you, often it doesn't really get to you because it feels quite natural, because I've been feeling things several times, footsteps and all that, and it's so natural. It's nothing strange with it. So it's not until after that you realize that you were alone.
Yeah.
That's when it gets spooky, not at the time when it happened.
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, because when we're doing these things, I'll tape it, and I'll wait till I'm alone at home later on, and then I'll go and start listening to them. I'll have my headphones on like now, and I'll be listening and typing and doing stuff, and all of a sudden I hear a voice, and it's like, whoa, what? No, whoa, rewind. It's like, talking to me. Holy crap. Yeah, and that's when it gets creepy, is when you start listening.
Yep.
I actually did one of these interviews. I had a woman who lives in Washington State, and the way I normally do them, I record like we are now.
Yeah.
I'll go back and I'll record an introduction, and I'll put this on after the introduction. Well, after my introduction, when I put this on, I had a voice. I was home alone, and she was too. No TVs were on, anything like that, and it was not her voice. When I asked how she was doing, you hear a female's voice whisper really loud, "I can hear him." Yeah. And neither one of us heard it while we were doing the show. It was so wild.
Wow. Gets your hair.
Yeah.
Bumps. Yeah.
Yep. But I tell you, Asa, I've had a blast with you on here today. You're welcome back anytime. All you have to do is send me a message and say, "Hey, let's record." And you're welcome on anytime.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice talking to you too. Thanks very much.
It has been so nice talking to you.